Budget talks pick up speed in Springfield 1 month before the deadline. Money is tight. The feds have made cuts. So what should state lawmakers consider in this shaky economic environment? Joe Ferguson of the Civic Federation gets to the point.
Bottom line is, the last time we had a significant increase in revenue, it really came out of the 2017 income tax increase. We've kind of played that out, and what's happened is that's flattened out, and expenditures have continued to rise.
We have an NBC5 Investigates exclusive to bring you. New documents revealing the Chicago Board of Education president apparently hired a law firm to target alleged leakers and attempted to interview members of the media.
Joe Ferguson is president of the Civic Federation, a government watchdog. He says he's troubled by the targeting of the media and says Hardin could have dealt with this issue himself.
We pay a lot of money to have a reputable law firm conduct an investigation against a backdrop in which it isn't really clear what was being violated, what regulatory procedure, what standard we're operating from.
Today, every Chicago Public Schools principal received their budgets for the next school year. With the district facing an almost $1 billion budget hole, CPS faces some tough choices.
There's no rabbits to pull out of hats this time. There's no big pools of money.
The Civic Federation's Joe Ferguson doubts the city can provide as much TIF money as it did last year. In addition, he says CPS can no longer afford to restructure debt.
So joining us now to discuss is Joe Ferguson. He is president of the Chicago Civic Federation. Joe, good morning. Before we talk about solutions here, can you kind of put in perspective how we got into this crisis?
Years of excessive borrowing. We have huge legacy borrowing costs, which is a significant portion of the budget. We also have a never-ending conversation about how to best fund pensions. And this is a bigger conversation with all units of government in Illinois generally. But what we have is, one, a significant overhang of legacy challenges, fiscal challenges from the past, and then two, a pretty significant ramp up of program and staffing utilizing COVID-era money, which no longer is available to us. So it's time to figure out how to pull back without affecting programming.
Today, the message was no money for billion-dollar stadiums, but money for public school.
But does the state really owe CPS billions more? The answer is complicated, says Civic Federation President Joe Ferguson. Yes, a state-backed funding formula says CPS and all districts should get more, but the goal is to get there eventually, as it would be too costly right now.
So the price tag is actually upwards of $4 to $5 billion that is needed like that. That is not politically feasible. It's not legally enforceable. And so this is really pipe dream stuff, and that has to be placed in the context of the larger challenges both the state has and that CPS has.